Welcome back. This is the second session that you sent me. We got the compress launch, and yeah, this is nice, Sandra here. Barbara, on the repeat halfway through the dive, it's way better. But you can, if you want, have your leg inside the tunnel, sorry, the waiting room. You don't have to have it out here, although you do a really nice job of it on the second one. So if you're comfortable like that, that will also work. Just, yeah, I mean, it's nice and quick, and you guys are working straight away. All right, couple of little things. Still carrying on a little bit with the theme from the first session, and that is, Sandra, you're tending to turn around your upper body. You're tending to use the legs as the main power for the turns. And what that does is it just causes you to back up. I'll show you a bit more on that when you speed up a little bit. Let's look at this entrance because it actually looks really nice, even though struggled a little bit on the first one. Barbara looks a lot more solid there. Sandra, a really nice job coming through the door. And it actually looks like you guys are really quick in the air and ready to go. If you're happy with that, Barbara, keep it like that. If you're not happy, you can always try coming from inside. So that would mean with your left leg inside, both legs inside, right and left leg here, and then just popping through the door. So yeah, so right now that leg would be inside, and that would mean, Sandra, you would have to kind of move a little bit over to this side. Right now you see, Sandra, you have your left leg on the door. If you want to make more room, so what you could do, Sandra, is you could put your right foot in the middle of the door. Sandra, your left leg now comes on the outside of the glass here, floating exit. And then you use your left hand to hold on up there, hold on to Barbara there. Barbara, maybe a little bit easier for you. Again, I don't mind either way. If you're comfortable with this, leave it, but maybe just try it once just for the experience. So Barbara would be inside, diving through. The goal is the same though, have that compressed in the middle of the tunnel. They're good to go. Yeah, I think you can start to see, Sandra, how now again we're getting that like bending of the hips, bending of the spine, excuse me, that forces the hips backwards, and then we're ending with some very shallow compressed. Cool. And what we're looking for here is we're looking for turns that that keep your spine completely straight, engaged upper and lower body, and so that when you turn, your body kind of looks the same the whole way through the turn. But what happens here, Sandra, is your arms come in almost to avoid Barbara. I get that. But then you no longer use them effectively for the turn, and the lower body takes over, and it drives you backwards. And now Barbara's having to reach back a little bit. Hey, these are really small things. But if you fix them now, they have a massive payoff. You see how we're moving backwards and forwards in the tunnel? A massive payoff in the four-way environment. Again, we can see that here, kind of the trying to snake around, trying to fit yourself in this gap. So maybe you could try a little more space between Barbara and Sandra on the, well, not too much. I would say just go for it, Sandra. I would say go for it, and don't worry if you have some light contact. If it gets really close, later we can start looking at vertical. But I'd really like to see you, Sandra, just getting your upper body a little more engaged and keeping your spine straighter. Cool.